Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. And today we're doing something a little different. You're like, why are we in your bathroom? Yeah, we're doing the Get Ready With Me series. And we're doing it slightly different than what we normally do. Normally I'm showing you like either hair or makeup, but I'm not showing you what I do just like for my face when I just want to just keep it, well, youthful, if you will. So one of the things we're going to go ahead and do, I'm going to show you a beauty routine I do. And you're like, but this is called Ready to Go Outside series. Well, I'm actually doing this in the morning because then I am going to end up putting makeup and stuff on my face later and do my hair. Like right now, the hair is looking natural, and that's why we have the helmet of salvation on. And stylish helmet of salvation. My whole thing is, if I'm gonna wear a helmet of salvation, I at least want to look stylish. That way, if I just still don't feel like doing my hair and I go outside, I look good still. It's fine. Anyway, so let's get to it though. And I'm probably going to talk to you a little bit because I have been debating something and I want your input. And I might even talk to the community for the first time on the community tab. And if you're wondering why I'm going in and out, my sink is right here. So right now I'm just damping my face up a little bit. And yes, I'm using the camera as a mirror. And one thing that I was debating on is, okay, so the blonde hair is a hit. That part we know. And with the summer starting to happen, I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. So, but before we go into detail on that, before I have the question that I have, the first thing that I am gonna use, and this is not an ad, and if they want to sponsor me, awesome. But for this, I use Shea Moisture. This is what I found to be most beneficial for me anyway. If you're someone that has blemishes or blemish prone, this is good. People probably don't think I have that, but I definitely do have that kind of skin. This is African black soap, and then this is like a facial wash with the scrub. So it is exfoliating. I already do exfoliate quite a bit, just in general. And I'm going to actually switch over and use my actual mirror. There we go. I have an actual mirror in my bathroom, so we're going to use that real quick. And really, I feel like a little bit goes a long way, but I haven't really done this kind of exfoliating for some time now. And then we want to avoid areas, that isn't, the best areas. So see, this is what I got on. And you can see the beads here. And yeah. So it even has the instructions on, like, you want to also make sure, it says right away, first thing, apply to damp skin. So that's why I dampen my skin and then gently massage it on my face doing a circular motion. So I was doing a lot of this. And also when you do this, it makes it where it kind of prevents you from over putting too much on. Because when I tell you a little bit of it actually truly does go a long way, it does. But you also want to, of course, make sure you avoid the eye area for obvious reasons. Because we don't want those problems. And yeah. And really, you're supposed to do this once or twice a week. And I don't use this as much anymore. So I do this probably once a month. But it's also because I also use these, which also has exfoliating in here. So I still exfoliate twice a week. But yeah, you should do that. And just real quick, just getting that off. And I'm going to put this back. And you could keep it on your face a little bit. I like to have the feeling of it being on my face, because when I clean my face, and especially when I do more of a detail cleaning like what we're doing today, I like to treat it like it's a spa day. I mean, quiet as it's kept. Self-care. It's important, guys. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off. And it shouldn't take a lot of work to take it off, because it's not a mask. And you shouldn't be rubbing it harshly, because you already did that when you're applying it. I mean, exfoliating does not mean beating your face up. It doesn't mean that. It's just supposed to, take care of the dead skins and, the whatnots that you do not want on your face. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So what I'm doing on the side here is I'm actually cleaning my face off, and trying to really make sure I get all that stuff off, and make sure I got the baby hairs. Yeah, trying to get the baby hairs together. Ooh, I need to... Okay, I saw some self-care stuff I'm going to need to do in a little bit before I go out. I don't know if I'm going to share that on the channel, but... Ooh. One thing that's interesting about when you do self-care and when you are paying attention to things in your face, you'll notice sometimes some blemishes and you're like, oh, how did that get there? But anyway, so my debate though, before we go into the next thing that I am debating on is, okay, I'm going blonde either way, right? And, I mentioned a couple times I have an event coming up, but I also have, it's a photo shoot. I have a photo shoot coming up too. And I'm debating on which style do I want to do. I first thought, okay, I'm going to do blonde locks. I've never had locks in my hair before, and I want to do the false locks. So I was thinking about doing that. But we already know my other thing. I'm a runner. I'm someone who's very active, and I don't want something too heavy on my head. So I want to look cute, but I want something that's going to last a little bit. So last a month. Really, it doesn't need to last a month. But I also don't want it to be too heavy on my neck, and I don't want to have, kinks in my shoulders and stuff, because I'm trying to support hair, basically. So, and that's my only concern about the locks. And I'm doing goddess locks. So I was thinking about either doing the blonde goddess locks, which I already have the hair for, so I could do it. Or the other option that I haven't brought the hair for, but it's in the cart on Amazon, so I'm thinking about switching it up, is just blonde wavelength, ocean wave hair, so it's loose, just loose hair. Because that's easier. It's easier to put in and take out. But I have a feeling it just isn't going to last as long as I want it to last. The ocean wave hair, when I did it last time, it was red. It lasted for about 3 weeks, and I was kind of pushing it hard in those 3 weeks. And then when I did before that, that lasted for it did last about a month. It's just after the first week, it doesn't look cute anymore, at least in my opinion. But I feel like you can hide it more with that because it's so much hair. And I don't know. So I'm thinking I might switch and go to the ocean wave hair. Put in the comments though, let me know which one I should do. I'll put a poll up too in the community tab. But yeah, so the next thing we're doing though, we're gonna do a mud mask. Also, same product, so same type of stuff. And okay, so we're gonna apply a thin layer, fingertips to clean skin. We already cleaned the skin. That's why we do the clean skin first. And then we're just gonna And it's a thin layer, so super, super thin layer. And I'm trying to somewhat get underneath my eyelids just a little bit. Okay, again, we want to avoid the eyes. Like, we don't want it in the eyes. Like, let's not do that. But so I'm trying to get as close to it without actually getting in my eye. And I'm trying to apply it before it starts drying up so that it's evenly drying up. Because we're going to, once this is completely applied, we're leaving this on the face for 10 minutes. Okay, guys, 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's what I've been debating this whole entire time. Like, oh man. So I think I might, you know what? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy the Ocean Wave. I'm going to buy it, and then I will decide once it comes how the hair looks. And then, but I also do still want your opinion on it. I think both of them will work. It's just the locks, man. I kind of wish I would have started off with that. And honestly, to me, the other reason why I'm just not sure about the locks, because the locks to me are too similar. It's too similar to what I just did. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're done. Not really. Okay, it's time to go outside now. Kidding. Oh, thank you. See, this is the beauty about the camera. I would have not saw that I missed an area. Oh yeah, let's clean this up. Okay. So now we basically have to leave this on for up to 10 minutes. So I could take it off at any time, but I'm gonna leave it on to 10 minutes. And we remove the damp face cloth, and it's, you basically you can use weekly or as needed. I do more of an as needed because, full transparency, I haven't had as much blemish issues, and I feel like this is one thing you do have to look forward to when you are older, unless you have a horrible diet. I don't get as many blemishes as I used to. The older I've gotten, the more my face just kind of stays clear on some. And I know that probably has a lot to do with hormonal changes and things of that nature, but also probably has a lot to do with my healthy lifestyle. But so yeah, I don't use this as much. And as you can see here, see, when it starts to dry, you start to see things like, look, you totally can tell I have combination skin. Because this is the T. And for, you know, if you're not familiar, the T is like the area where you have all, where your oils are. I don't have as much oils here, but I definitely have the oils here and here. and see, like, you can see the bumps from like pores, my open pores. Because places where you have more oil, your pores are going to be a lot more open for obvious reasons, because that's where usually the things you don't want start to appear. We'll just say that. Let's see if you look here. Not as much there. Don't even have as much here even. Then not even as much here. But yeah, so we're gonna leave it on for 10 minutes and we will be back. So we're back. As you can tell, the 10 minutes is close to passing. So we're gonna take this off. Like, look, and your face, the more it dries, your face starts to feel like, ooh, it feels tight, but in a good way. So it's doing its job basically. So now we're gonna rinse it off right now. And you just need to use a damp cloth to rinse it off. That's all I'm using. And it even says on the instructions of the container to like, hey, that's all we're doing. So yeah. Oh yeah. See, it's looking smoother already, right? Yep. Sorry, my cat. Whisper is trying to get up into action per usual. That's what she does. She's like, I can do a beauty video too. So right here is when I realized that, well, I didn't know at the time, but my mic got turned off. So right here, I'm just kind of just showing you the progress though of how easy it is to take this mask off and how different your face looks as you're taking the mask off. So I'm just kind of going into that detail a little bit here and there as I'm taking it off. Side note, I didn't even realize that my bonnet literally matches the hair piece that lady that's the silhouette lady on my shower curtains wearing. That was totally by accident, but I love that I have the almost the exact same thing. It was a total accident. I just now noticed it though in this video. So right here, I'm mentioning that, and in most cases, if you have a good face cloth, you don't have to worry about using more than one face cloth. But in my case, the face cloth I was originally using, full disclosure, it does tend to collect. Um, I would say like I don't know. It's not the best. It's great for like picking up things from absorbing standpoint, but I would say it's not really the best face cloth. So I actually ended up having to use one of the wipes that I had in the video, but just not the exfoliating side to get the last bits of the mask and any things on the face that we didn't want on the face off. This is more of me not realizing that my mic is not on, but yes, now you can actually see this is what the face looks like after cleaned up the face and gotten the mask off. As you can tell, my skin does look tighter, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I like to do the mask also, because it feels like it tightens the skin up and kind of gives it more of that youthful look. The next thing I'm showing is right after I take the mask off. I actually did this in the wrong order, and I actually didn't mention that, but you can either do it either way, because the last piece that I put on my face after the face mist, you don't necessarily have to do that because the face mist already has oil, but I like to kind of give my skin, I like my skin to be nice and moisturized, so so what I'm showing you right here is a face mist. after the face mist, I also did put a face serum on my face. I just personally just love how this face serum feels, and to me, it's just like a finishing touch that I like to put on my face. Previously, before I started purchasing this serum, I would just be good with the face mist. But ever since I started purchasing this serum, I just love putting this on my face. I actually put this on my face like almost every day, about every other day. I alternate between that and then a lotion with SPF in it to just keep the face nice and moisturized. So that basically concludes the video. Please like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.